Hello and welcome to the astrology program, our 8-week program. I am so excited that you're here. I'm going to share my screen and introduce myself to you if you do not already know who I am, and just do a brief, quick overview of what to expect over the next 8 weeks. So let's see how this works. Okay. So everyone will get this booklet that I've made. It is like almost 100 pages. So yeah, it's a very informative booklet. You can print this off and fill it in, or you can have a separate notebook where you take all your notes. But okay. So it's an 8-week, we're about to embark on an 8-week kind of self-awareness and empowerment journey using the spiritual tool of astrology. So I have studied astrology like seriously the last few years, but it's something that I've always been interested in. And I kind of have a unique approach because I take in all of my other like modalities that I've learned when we will be doing the integration sessions, my like yoga background, meditation background, mindfulness, Reiki, energy, business, just consciousness, all of that come together when we do our integration sessions. And then the pre-recorded video modules that are on here, they are more so like teacher Lisa comes out and you got to take notes and really have your chart out, have the notes, and really kind of learn the language that is astrology. So by the end of this 8-week program, you might discover some new things about yourself, have a deeper self awareness, and just overall feel more empowered. Or sometimes I like to say that astrology can kind of act as like a permission slip if there's something you think that like bothers you about yourself, but it's like or people have pointed it out in the past, and your chart literally says that like that's how you are. It's like, okay, it's like a permission slip to just be yourself and owning your energy, because that's, I think, where everything flows more, is when you're just more like authentic to yourself. So every week we do journal prompts because I find them to be a very helpful learning tool. So I have them all out in advance here for you to look at, all 8 weeks, but like, don't look that far. Just look week by week. Don't try to answer all of these questions. They relate to the information that we're learning, but a lot of it is just like basic kind of check-in mindfulness questions for you to kind of like, well, I'm just looking at one. It's like, what do I feel grateful for? So just like checking in with yourself at that point. But so you can have like a separate journal for all of these. And I don't even know what's on the next slide. That's the next class. So thank you for enrolling in this course. I'm excited to teach you. I'm excited for you to learn more about astrology for self-awareness. It, for me, is a very transformative tool, and that's kind of how I will be teaching it. So every week you will be watching a pre-recorded module of me like just going through the slides, teaching. I don't want to say it's dry information, but again, it's like you need to know the terms and the planets and the zodiacs so that you know how to read the chart. Like you have to learn the language, but then we do our live integration sessions, and that's more where the applied astrology comes in so that you can really like know how to use this information in your daily life, not just like, oh, I can read my chart. Cool. Now what? Right. So that's very important to me that the integration component is there. And then I will say an addition. So this is like 100-page PDF. It is jam-packed with information. I'm even thinking of getting it printed and like bound so that it's like kind of a cool workbook thing. But I also do have a book. The title, it has a tie with like entrepreneurship and business in it, but I mean, anyone can read it. You don't have to be an entrepreneur or business owner. It is called Don't Tell Me What to Do, Astrology, Mindfulness, and the Entrepreneur. And it is basically like a self-guided way of like teaching yourself astrology and then applying it. And I cover this, it's like I call it, it's like my method, and my method will be shared through this as well. The book is just kind of like an extra resource, and then it acts as a journal as well. I'm very into the journaling, so there's a bunch of I should have my book with me to show you, but it's far away from me right now. But there's a bunch of journal prompts in that as well. So that's something extra if you found yourself needing extra tools. But every week I give out homework that you're gonna have to do. It's nothing crazy, but there is homework so that you can actually retain the information. And there's some like fun assignments that I have planned so that if the homework feels fun, but then you can actually relate the astrology in your life. Like one of them is like when I say, Virgos, you might know a Virgo, and then that's going to help you kind of remember what the traits of a Virgo are. That's just an example. So I'll stop sharing. So thank you so much for enrolling. I'm excited to teach you, and I will see you in the next video class. I think the next video you watch after this introduction is how to navigate your natal chart, because that is very important for this class. You need to have your natal chart in front of you. That is the main tool, like that's the main tool we're going over. So if you do not already have your natal chart pulled up from astro.com, you've never looked at it before, the next video explains how to do that. And then if you're unsure of like what you're looking at, I break down what everything is. So that is the next step, and I'll see you there.